Obviously, being able to hang in there, and it's one of those games that could win either way. And just fortunate to be on the winning side of it. We've got a lot of games in this arena where it's either went to overtime or been close at the end. It could have went either way, and we lost, all of them except one, and they had a three at the buzzer to win that game too. So tough place to play. Great coach, great program, and fortunate to win the game, but we also earned the right to be in that position to either win or lose on one shot or one play.
Matt, what went different with Caleb Swanigan in the second half? I think he only finished with 5 points and 4 rebounds at the half, but then he kind of came alive in the second half. What went differently for you?
We didn't really get into a rhythm. The first play of the game, he took a tough shot, and then he got a couple other good looks that didn't go down for him. And they do a good job of coming over and helping, with their other big and trying to contest shots and bottle them up. And at times when you got 2-3 guys on you, you got to make a simple play and pass. And I thought in the second half he just kind of was aggressive and was going at him, but also passed the basketball and just made better decisions.
Now, there were so many important offensive rebounds in this game. Was that a reflection of effort, right place, right time?
I think effort. I think also when you have the size that we have, and at times you get into rotations you don't normally get into, and you might be able to stop people, but you also don't have good rebound balance. At times there were some gaps there when guys had to help out or help in the post or double or rotate, and then we were able to get in there. Dakota got one, Spike got one, Vince Edwards got one at the start of the second half, and really got us going. And we were hoping to push that lead out, and Ohio State did a great job of fighting back and tying the game and taking the lead.
You were 0 for 8 for 3 until PJ's made. Just the importance of that shot and the play Swanigan made too to keep that ball out to an open shooter.
Well, obviously, we had some good looks, that didn't go down. And when you have size like that, you got to get a balance of shooters. And all year we've done a good job of knocking down shots. So we just tell those guys to be confident. And it was good to see PJ, just step up and shoot in rhythm. And it was a huge shot for us.
Jae'Sean Tate foul trouble, so there are other big in foul trouble. But how much impact did a guy like Jae'Sean have, and how much do you have to pay attention to him playing undersized against your big?
Well, I think it's huge. Like a lot of people look at it like we ultimately just have the advantage because we're bigger. But Jae'Sean Tate is a very productive player. He's tough off the bounce. He's strong. He's got a good knack. Going over his right shoulder as a true lefty. Finishing around the rim, so he's always given us trouble, but he plays hard. He's one of those guys that's kind of a 3-4 type guy. Really doesn't have a true number next to his name. He just knows how to play and he goes out there and competes. So I think he gives us trouble, but he gives a lot of people trouble.
You've played against Katie Bates-Diop a handful of times now. Not having him tonight, probably a relief for you guys, but how does that change Ohio State?
Well, it's just you have your rotation's a little bit shorter, obviously. They have other guys that come off the bench that are good players. I thought, Jackson really played well. I thought Potter played well. I know he's been hurt and he just came back last couple of games, but, he hit that three and, got a couple free throws there after we got a 10-point lead. And those guys really did well. But Cade is, he's long, he's athletic, he can score, he can shoot. And they don't quite have another guy like that coming off the bench. And so, we were fortunate. It's one of those things where I know when we have guys hurt that are out, nobody feels sorry for us. And it's one of those things going in the game. We prepared for him and we talked about him. And, we know he's coming back from an injury. And he hasn't got on track yet, but how dangerous he is.
The basket that Carson made put back his own missed shot that may or may not have beaten the buzzer, the shot clock.
We're fortunate there.
Just how big is that?
That was huge. That was huge because I thought the ball was in his hands. We got it right there. You guys don't hear that much, do you? Yeah, there's the first.
They got off to a pretty good start offensively, Ohio State did, and then in the second half you were able to string together a bunch of stops. Maybe one of those capitalizing on it. Probably
right.
But why were you able to get more stops in the second half?
I don't know. We weren't doing anything differently. I thought, we had, a 4-point lead at half, and I thought Loving, the shot he hit at the end of the half really helped him. I thought he made a couple of tough ones, in that juncture. But we weren't really doing anything different. Like I said before, we were fortunate. Tate got into a little bit of foul trouble. Their bigs got into foul trouble. So we were just trying to bottle up Lyle and trying to keep the ball out of the paint as best we could. And, you know, Cam Williams gets off to a good start. Again, he did it to us last year. Again, he gets off to a really good start, and we allow him to get into a rhythm. Then we do a good job on him and don't let him have a lot of attempts. So there was nothing different that we did or really changed. It might have looked that way, but there really wasn't. We just did a better job.
Matt, what does a win like this against a Big Ten team on the road, tight ball game, what does this do for a team's confidence moving forward?
Well, they're an NCAA, caliber team. They have a lot of ability, a lot of talent, and to be able to get a true road win, just builds your confidence. And especially a game like this that could have went either way. To be able to, even though you might have got a break here or there, it still builds your confidence. And hopefully we can. When you like to win games by 10, but if you get back in these situations, it makes you guys feel better about making plays and getting stops.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.